that for protest. Hold up.
Go ahead. All right, we're back. UFC Kansas City PFL round 3 quick look video. It's me, Dogfather, Dre V and Key taking the week off. You guys know how they do. They don't love you like Peg do. But besides the point, got a interesting PFL card ahead of us. We're going to go through that quickly, go through UFC quickly. Quickly. We're only going to take like half an hour of your time, something like that. Let's take a look at this PFL. First fight of the night for PFL is going to be Khalid Murtazaliev versus Nick Maximov. So Nick Maximov has landed himself back in PFL when he was originally a UFC guy. Was too boring for the UFC, got cut, and now he's actually, I think I fucked up. He's not on tap. Yo, how come is this Maximov fight off?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for wasting your guys' time. So that fight is off. First fight is going to be Robert Watley versus Tony Caruso. Tony Caruso is where is this line on this fight? There's no line for
No
this
line.
Fight. Great. All right. Well, no line for this fight. This feels like one of those cards that you're just going to pretty much parlay the favorites. That's kind of what it feels like. Most of these fights are going to be wrestling and ground base, I feel like, from a lot of these fighters. But I feel like a few favorites parlays will probably hit, and that's it. What do you got for this fight? I honestly didn't even look into it.
I haven't taped it yet. There's no line. I don't really care. Like
I don't even know who these guys. I don't even know who these guys are. Who's Tony Caruso?
I know Watley. I don't know this Caruso guy. It sounds familiar. I probably watched him fight once.
South Australia. He's out of Hard Knocks 365, and he's out of Henry Hoof's gym. I don't know. None of these names stand out that he fought. So yeah, we'll just skip that one. Next one is gonna be Aaron Jeffries versus Murad Ramazanov. I'm surprised this is so low on the card. I already parlayed Ramazanov at -200. It's probably nasty work. If you got the opener, good job. I mean, Aaron Jeffries, all he does is wrestle and cage push. Murad is a better wrestler and can control better, probably the better striker as well. Overall, I think Ramazanov, this is kind of a buy low price after losing to, what's his name, Musayev, I think it is, right? Lost to Musayev his last two fights. And, I mean, Musayev is probably the best one of the best 1-7 years on the planet right now. So yeah, what do you think for that one? Anything different?
Yeah, I think if Jeffrey stuffs a takedown in the second round, this Murad Ramazanov guy's kind of cooked because his cardio sucks. And if there's one thing Jeffrey has, it's good cardio. So like he's super hittable, but Murad's not gonna make him pay with anything. He's an awful striker, and he gets tired. And Jeffrey pushes the pace. So right, the one fight on Jeffrey. And this is just like technically this really isn't early leads, but like, yeah, I mean, there's the John Salter fight that everybody's going to reference that Jeffrey got grappled in, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right. Next one we have here is Brett Primus versus Vinicius Sensi. I mean, Brett Primus is minus what, 750 or 650 to 750 for this fight.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Yeah, this guy's a bum.
Classic PFL shit. All right, not much to say there.
And this is old as hell though, so like it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be not PFL for him to somehow lose.
Yeah, that's true. Next fight, Josh Silveira versus Mike Shipman. I'm seeing a lot of people on Shipman this week. What do you think?
Yeah, Shipman sucks, honestly. He's bad, like really bad. But like, I can't bet Silveria. Honestly, the line, it honestly might be value because like Silveria, as bad as he is, he's like actually really durable, and Shipman is not. And he's probably the better. Silveria's probably like the better grappler. He's probably the better striker. He's probably got better cardio. Like, he's probably just better than this guy everywhere, but he's just also not that great anyways at anything. He's just a decent, well-rounded MMA fighter, but Shipman's just, he's kind of chinny, got pretty bad cardio. He's got good takedown defense, but once you get Shipman down, he's pretty awful. So Yeah, I could see Silveria covering this price pretty easily, but it's kind of not a fun price to lay on Silveria.
Yeah,
Like he seems
he's
like
not
a
a top
guy.
guy.
Yeah, the thing with Silveria is though, is like he's not going to beat the top guys just because he doesn't have that type of. He's not at that level, but he's also not going to lose to like bums because he's got a
Yeah.
well-rounded game. So I kind of view Shipman as a bum. Like I actually think Silveria. Earlier in the week, I was like, this price is wide, and then I taped Shipman, and I'm like, it's not. So
Yeah. That's fine. Like I said, I think this card is going to be a lot of chalk. Next fight, 155, Clay Collard versus Alfie Davis. Clay Collard is minus 170 to minus 150. Alfie Davis plus 145 to plus 130. I guess I'll go first on this one. I kind of don't want to even touch this fight, to be honest with you. I mean, you know what you're getting with Clay Collard, very well rounded, pretty good everywhere. But this guy Alfie Davis, on the other hand, he was in Bellator for a while, and he's a decision machine. So over is probably fair for this fight, to be honest. That's probably how I'd play it, but I don't even think are overs out yet.
yeah, totals are out.
Okay, over 2.5 minus 260. I don't mind that as a parlay leg. That's probably how I'd play this fight. What do you think?
Alfie or pass. I mean, Collards looked pretty washed. So, like, actually really washed.
Yeah, but he won't die if to a guy like Alfie, I don't think.
Yeah, but he's also minus 170 with the potential that he looks like he's looked all he's looked.
He looks pick'em. He always looks pick'em or worse.
Yeah, exactly. He just like comes back on pure just grit and determination, which is like not a trait that really sticks with you when you start getting washed a little bit. So it's Davis or pass, but it's kind of just like a karate London shoe fighter guy. Like, and he's like the white man's MVP.
Yeah, it's funny.
So
it's gonna get funny. The white MVP.
he's literally the white MVP, but minus all the solid athleticism traits. So.
All right, next fight, Maz Burnell versus JJ Wilson. I like JJ Wilson here, honestly. Slight favorite, I think, right? Oh no, never mind. Now he's minus 175 to minus 200, so that's that. Actually, BetMGM get minus 160. I don't hate that price. Stop a takedown, beat Maz Burnell. Pretty straightforward. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's dog or pass. Wilson has no process, and he can play on his back with jiu-jitsu. So Matt's a pretty good grappler too. So I can see Matt's just getting in his face and pressure boxing him like he always does, and it just being like a competitive fight. So
which fight was I not impressed with him? Was it Dufort? Did he get subbed in Dufort fight?
Yeah, he got hurt to the body.
That's what it was. Okay.
I
gotta go back and tape Elvin Espinosa. I didn't watch that one back yet. He looked okay against Clay Collard.
He cleanly beat Clay 30-27 Collard.
So
he looked good against Espinosa too. I mean, Mats is a good fighter, man. He's only 30.
He's out of Extreme Couture now too, right? Or has he been there
forever?
All right, Sid Busai versus Dalton Rosta. I like Sid Busai here. Slight favorite. It seems fair. I mean, Dalton Rosta doesn't like really impress me by any means. He's fucking jacked though. That's for sure. He's one of those guys. I think he was a wrestler in college, right? He was a college wrestler.
Yeah.
So I mean, the only person he really lost to was Jeffries. Other than that, he's pretty much beating everyone. He's doing. I know when I looked on his Instagram, he does grappling competitions and stuff. So I mean, that could be an issue here. But size, been through it all, seen it all. So I don't know. I would take size slight odds. What do you think?
Yeah, Rosa or pass. He's like 9 years younger. He's obviously got grappling upside, and like I know C's got good takedown defense, but I've heard like interesting takes on the fight. But like whenever C gets flat on his back, he can be controlled for long periods of time.
Definitely. He's only getting older. What is he? 37 now?
He's 38, turning 39. So
yeah, yep. That'll do it.
And like I get it, like, but I go back and watch these tape, and like, Rosta has his issues. He's kind of a gassy. He's a gas job too, but he also like kind of pushes a decently high pace, and so he doesn't really have a great round 3, anyways. So I'm not super worried about it. If I bet Rosta, so I like Rosta at plus money. He's younger, grappling upside. He hits pretty hard too. Like
Yeah,
I'm just really not that. I'm not super impressed by C's game, to be honest.
for sure. All right, next fight: Gadzi Rabadonov versus Mark Diakiese. This is Mark Diakiese's debut for PFL, I think. Right?
It is not.
Really?
Well, no, he fought in. He fought in Tim Wild.
Oh yeah, his Bellator
I
in
guess
the
that's
London
it's the
that
same thing,
London card.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I guess his debut for PFL, but he was fighting in Bellator. He's plus 500 here. Um, I mean, I guess the line kind of speaks for itself. I'm just gonna say dog or pass, just because like minus 700 is disgusting. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe a cheeky over. The over is like minus 200. So
It's not bad.
yeah,
Ne- main event: Impa Consaganai versus Fabian Edwards. Fabian Edwards is slight dog odds. Kind of like Edwards in this fight, honestly. What do you think?
I like Impa just on pure alpha ability, and he's
Yeah.
fighting in the right weight class. He's been up at 205, now he's back down to 85.
Yeah.
Um, I like Impa on just being an alpha, honestly, versus Edwards here.
Okay. All right. Let's get in the UFC. Stuff that really matters. First fight, I actually taped a few of these already. Jocelyn Edwards by decision against Chelsea Chandler. What do you think?
I don't care.
I
Moving
probably
on.
wouldn't touch it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to touch it, but probably Jocelyn Edwards has better process. Chandler's just got to brute you down, and if she can't brute you down, then what? Jocelyn Edwards is decent physicality, so. Next one, Timothy Kwamba versus Roberto Romero. I like Romero here. You got the dog odds line. That's good. This is his first real fight with a full camp. He came in and fought Onama, knocked him down off of like 4 days notice. So I don't know, promising stuff. Kwamba gets hit a lot. What do you think?
Pass. Just seems like a competitive fight. Both guys are pretty decent, but I still don't know how good either guy is. So I don't really have much of a read on the fight.
Amarim versus Viana. Amarim probably going to buzzsaw right through her. I already parlayed her at a 390. I think I got her. Viana wants to play off her back and do jiu-jitsu. She's probably going to get subbed. What do you think?
I played Emery straight
Really?
at minus 350. Market mover.
Hey, I mean, like I said, I parlayed her. I parlayed her with Blackshear.
Yeah, I
Because
think I think it's a round one submission, and if it's not, she's probably like minus 1,000 on the live line. So if I feel weird about it, I can always just get off.
yeah. Wellmaker versus Saman. I didn't tape this one. I was thinking Wellmaker just off sheer power. Cameron Simon gets hit a lot. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Pre-look. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I think it's a competitive fight, to be honest. I don't really know. Simon was actually his tape was actually like a little bit more unimpressive and uninspiring than I imagined, but so is Wellmaker's, honestly. So in terms of like a minute winning ability and just like I don't know, he's fine. They're both solid. I think they're like at this stage. I think they're both kind of like they're UFC level, but like not mid tier and flyweight. They're just
Yeah.
decent.
All right.
I don't really have much of an opinion. I think it's like I think they're similar level.
Blackshear, bigger guy, bigger physicality. At Lang, I mean, he can either strike or grapple. Doesn't mix them both together well. I think Blackshear probably finds a sub here. What do you think?
I guess if he can get him down.
Yeah. I don't think he'll even on the feet, I think he'll be fine too. Hits harder too.
With what?
Huh?
With what? He doesn't really throw hands. He just throws like a 1-2.
1-2 overhand.
Yeah, he's gonna probably pump out more volume, but that's yeah. I don't even know if he's gonna get takedowns. I mean, his wrestling is good. I just don't know. I don't know if he's gonna like be able to consolidate.
Castaneda Gutierrez. I mean, this is booked again. No interest in taking it at this point. Keeps getting rescheduled. Probably get canceled again. What do you think? If anything, I'd probably lean Castaneda.
No, I lean Gutierrez, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pass. I just think Castaneda is everybody. He's like MMA. Like name your Discord, and or Twitter, and he's like everybody's favorite fighter. I don't know why everybody likes this guy so much. It's like every single time he fights, he's like apparently the side.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't get the love for the guy, but hey, it is what it is. I think he's all right, but I just don't. There's nothing really impressive about his game, to be honest. That's just kind of where I leave it at. It's like he's pretty small. He's not that athletic. His striking isn't very good. His wrestling's fine. His pace is okay. He's just kind of like a meat and potatoes guy with maybe a left hand and like a high kick. I don't really know. I don't think the guy's very good.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of a levels fight on the feet, personally. Like I know that people don't like Chris because he went close with Quang Lee, but yeah, I don't know. I think Chris is a decent fighter, but I don't really have much interest from betting it because his margins are so bad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. Evan Elder versus Hassan Zada. Hassan Zada is coming off the Dana White Contender Series. He kind of grapples, goes for subs and transitions. Elder's pretty good everywhere for the most part at this point. He was beating Sidakov before the cut, or going on his way to beating Sidakov before the cut. Just sub Darius Flowers. I bet Elder with Murdov in a parlay. I think it's like minus 116 combined. I'm taking Alvin Elders here. Hazardov is also very hittable on the feet, and he's like willing to get hit, and that's probably not going to work here. What do you think?
I think it's dog or pass just on Hassan Zada's. He kind of sucks, but he's also pretty young.
Yeah.
And he's scrappy as hell. So, he's kind of like the guy you want to back as an underdog. Like I know he does kind of suck, but he is a scrappy dude. So he could be something that I'm interested in. From a skill perspective, he's obviously much better. Elder's obviously much better than him, but I mean, from age, they're both actually pretty young. How old is Elder?
28.
Elder might be younger.
Yeah, I think Elder's 28. I'll tell you right now. I'm looking right now. He is.
Elder might be the younger guy here too, which is funny.
He's 28.
How old is Hassan Zada?
Hassanazada is 29.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Elder is super young. So not even the younger guy, which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look into the fight more. I kind of Elder is good, but I get that he beat Sadikov, but Sadikov is not really a good minute winner. So
Yeah.
and that wasn't like didn't like knock my sock. Like it wasn't like an incredible performance. So maybe these guys aren't too far apart in terms of levels.
Okay. Matt Schnell minus 335 against Jimmy Flick. Unders seem fair. No unders are out right now. Probably take unders here. We know what we get with Matt Schnell. We know what we get with Jimmy Flick. It's kind of crazy. This is a fight. I mean, loser leaves town fight, clearly. Yeah, probably just take the under and just sit on it. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, great for TV time.
Yeah, I don't care about that fight. I don't want to talk about it.
Yep. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. Aliskerov is minus 650 to minus 700. Muniz plus 475 to plus 450, or around that range. Clear smash fight for Aliskerov. I don't think there's much value on minus ones or minus 650, but maybe ITD if you like it. I mean, Muniz, what's he gonna do? Pull guard and then get smashed on the bottom? Maybe freak sub if he's lucky, but anything different from you?
I'll probably just play KO or unders, whatever the price is.
Yeah.
On Ikram. Probably get like a decent under 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too, honestly. I don't know.
It's probably 1.5 though, if anything, so
probably finishes there too, honestly. Probably covers that under.
Muniz is Muniz is really gassy though, so it could be 2.5.
I think Iskra and also Ikram will go right to the ground with him. I don't think he's even worried about anything.
I don't want that if I have the under. I want him to just murder him.
Well, he also could do that on the feet. That goes without saying.
Yeah, I don't want him to grapple though if I get the under. Fuck that. He's not subbing. He's not gonna sub Muniz.
No, but he'll ground and pound him.
Nah.
Yeah. Muniz guard. What? Muniz can just pull guard and sit in guard?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Next fight, Randy Brown Nicholas Dalby. Dalby is plus another dog odds on Dalby, plus 185, plus 190. Randy Brown minus 220 to minus 200. So pre-tapes, I taped this a little bit, didn't go too deep into it. Originally was thinking like Dalby's just going to pressure cook Randy Brown, but Randy Brown kind of can. This is kind of like a nightmare fight in Dalby in the sense that like Brown will keep him at range and keep the distance. So it seems like Dalby will probably have to pressure him, try and get a win, and Brown will probably pick him apart there. So I'm going to lean Randy Brown, but for spread of the week, I'm probably looking at Dalby for one of those. What do you think?
Yeah. I guess Dolby or pass, but then he's massively outskilled and he's 40. So
Yeah. But he keeps showing he keeps showing up though for some reason.
yeah.
He doesn't go away. That's the problem. He just doesn't go away.
Some favorable matchups and favorable circumstances with Bonfim fight and him gassing out like he did, and
yeah.
What else? And then Renat kind of being gassy himself, so
yeah, true. He's been getting gas bags. Randy Brown's probably not going to gas.
he slows down, but yeah, I mean, I can see Dalby. But
Abu Magomedov versus Michel Pereira. I mean, Abu is a wrestler now and can do it. Obviously, we saw it with the Bruno fight. He could do it. I was on Abu there. Didn't really tape this one yet. I kind of feel like Abu's going to try and wrestle here. I think Pereira's probably got slightly better takedown defense than the other guy, the Bruno. But Michel Pereira, we just watched him get wrestle banged by Fluffy, but Abu is nowhere near Fluffy's pace, pressure, and wrestling. So I don't know. Probably feels like might be a buy low spot for Michel. If anything, if it stays standing, if it's on the ground, probably Abu by decision. What do you think?
I like Michel a lot. I think his takedown defense is actually really good.
It's just Fluffy, just nonstop takedown. Just hard to change. Yeah, it's hard to stop a take. He's got good like first shot takedown defense, Michel. But it's just like when
his get ups are good too. Watch the first 7.5 minutes of that fight. Michel is getting up easily. Abu's not going to be able to do that to him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of where I'm at.
I think it ends up being a striking fight, and I favor Michel. Yeah, I favor Michel honestly if they strike. So I think I think it's one of those weird things where it's like because this guy just got grappled in his last fight and this guy won via grappling, it's like they're giving us like a really nice like soft price on Michel, but like when you actually watch Michel fight, you're like, oh, he's actually a pretty good grappler.
Yeah, this one's also 3 rounds, so it's like
perfect. Yeah,
it's perfect for him. Yeah, I actually like that. Next fight. David Onama versus Giga Chikadze. Giga is plus 150 to plus 160. Onama minus 180 to minus 190. Tough one to choose. Over. That's what I think. What do you think?
I'm not playing an over an Onama fight.
I mean, Giga, I just feel like when it comes to striking, he's probably going to be the much better striker here. So,
yeah, probably. But he gets a little tired, and he's older, so I don't really have much interest. I think the money line's fine, just on youth and pace and hardware on the Onama side. So, yeah, I think the line is fine, and Onama could potentially grapple if he wanted to. So,
yeah.
Like this price on Onama could be if Onama freaking shoots a double leg and gets his hands locked under Giga's butt and puts him down on the mat. I'm gonna really wish I had like some Onama minus 180 or something, but I don't know if he'll grapple at all. He'll probably just stand and bang.
Do you remember when Giga made Calvin Kattar look like a Olympic champion wrestler?
Yeah, he got mugged though everywhere.
Yeah, that's what reminds me of. Next fight, Anthony Smith versus Mingyang Zhang. Honestly, I like Anthony Smith plus 400. Call me crazy. I kind of like it. Why does this feel like a spot where like we're clearly supposed to just watch him die? Like he's supposed to go out here and die. and he's gonna get this guy Zhang down and find a
Oh
sub.
my god. Oh my god.
A classic Anthony Smith finish.
Oh my god. Because you know it could happen too. That
Yeah,
sucks.
and it's in the Midwest. Like that's like the hometown for Anthony Smith. He gets the Chinaman down, finds the sub after getting his ass kicked for the whole
I
first
mean,
round.
in theory, this dude is probably like a white belt.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's levels on the ground, and Smith probably knows that. But we also just watched. Was it last fight that Smith just got like one tap by Khalil Roundtree, like stepped backwards and just fucking died?
That was yeah. He
Oh,
kind of competed. I mean, but let's be real. He's kind of done. So
yeah, he's got his good.
He's
Oh
been.
wait, no, that was a few fights ago, bro. He subbed Petrino, then lost the decision to Delize, then got knocked out by Reyes. That's what it was. It was Reyes.
Yeah, that was really bad. Really bad look.
Yo, my boy Reyes covered this weekend, bro. I was on Reyes this weekend.
The goat.
The GOAT. Yeah, yo, he's back. The title run starts now.
Krylov looked so bad.
So bad. Dude, I don't understand how people were betting Krylov when you watch, like, if you go back and watch, even it's just his last 3 fights, every single first round, he just gets cracked and gets hurt. And then it's just like cage push, wrestles, good. He always recovers well. And then it becomes like a good fight.
Well,
But
he
like,
also rocked Ozdemir in round 1, beat Ankalaev clearly in round 1, KO'd Gustafsson in round 1. What else? He's a good
yeah.
fighter.
So I don't know. I just saw that and
I
I was just
mean,
like, dude.
this guy also just got KO'd by a jab not too long ago. So
Yeah.
there's still that in the mega sphere. It's like he beat Jacoby, Smith, and then Krylov off a tier layoff who looks bad. So
Yeah. Yeah. Main event time. I love this main event. Ian Gary versus Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates is currently my favorite fighter in the UFC. I was telling my boys that this week, and they're like, dude, how could you like Carlos Prates? How's he your favorite fighter in the whole UFC? I'm like, bro, have you watched him fight before? And have you seen his mentality? Yeah, literally cigarettes and that. And then I think I saw, what's his name? Art posted a video of Carlos Prates being like, yeah, like, I hope I can just knock this guy out, go for the title, knock them out round 2, and then retire because I don't really feel like fighting 5 rounds in my career. So I don't know. Going into tape on this one, I went into tape thinking Gary just because of all the grappling we've seen from him lately. And then obviously Gary's a good striker, but Gary's kind of weak to the body and chinny at times. And Carlos Prates is got power, works the body well, lands on the chin, will probably knock out Ian Gary. And his takedown defense is actually better than I thought going back in the tapes. So I don't know. I kind of leaning Carlos Prates here. And it's also short notice for Ian Gary. What do you think?
gotta be Carlos.
Got to be Carlos, right?
Gotta be Carlos. Yeah, in my opinion, Ann really hasn't actually covered like a favorite tag against a striker in the UFC yet.
Dude, remember when Zhang put him on death's door? I was there at MSG when that happened.
Zhang, you mean Song Kanan?
Oh, yeah, it's that guy, the Chinaman.
Different kind of guy. But yeah, Gary hasn't covered like a favorite tag against a striker in the UFC yet.
And I think we're getting such a good price too because, like, obviously he had a pretty decent fight against Shavkat, but like most of that grappling that he got going was just off of like a weird back take and then just sitting on it the whole time. So everyone's like best wrestler in the world, and it's just like
he didn't even get a takedown.
No, he just got a back take.
Yeah, he didn't even sniff a takedown. So it's like, yeah, that's what it came down to for me. It's like I favor Prates outright because I think he's an underrated grappler.
Yeah, he's a black belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you watch him grapple, if you watch the Mitch Ramirez fight, if you watch the Joseph Luciano fight, like if you watch him grapple, you're like, oh, this guy can grapple. Like he's not a complete fish. Like it seems like some of the takes, like if Gary gets him down, he's instant tapping him, and I'm like, no, he's not
even close. Not even close.
I'm like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
Like this dude literally can't even finish a fucking locked in rear naked choke. Like he's not subbing Carlos. Like,
and then you're back up on the feet again in the round, and now you got Carlos on the feet, pushing you up against the cage and throwing his whatever he can at you.
Yeah, I think the Neil fight was a good prototype for like how this fight could look. It's just Gary kind of being uncomfortable with the pressure. Now I know Neil has elite takedown defense and physicality, but he's also kind of like a low volume punching bag on the feet at times, just
Yeah.
like the high shell. So I like Carlos a
You
lot.
also could use, if you want, you could use Magny as a ruler. I mean, Gary couldn't even finish that meal, and
Well,
and then everyone's like, "Yo, he took a fall. He took a fall against Prates, and gave Prates that win." But like, I mean, the fighting
that
nerds aren't going to lose their zero here, right?
that knockout was of Maggie was brutal.
Yeah. So I mean, dude,
But
he's a walking highlight reel. A walking highlight reel.
getting hit on the side of the head like that and getting knocked out that bad is brutal.
Yeah, Prates also has cinder blocks for hands, so it's like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Seems like a classic letdown spot here.
it's a really funny fight though because it's like everybody brings up like the Giles fight, but it's like they don't bring up Jordan Williams.
Yeah.
They don't bring up Song Kanan. They don't bring up like who else? Who else
I
that Gary
also
has?
I remember watching that Giles fight live and just being like, Prates isn't even worried. Like he's just like, I know I'm gonna catch him
Yeah,
eventually.
he literally was trolling. He was looked like he was trolling.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna catch him. He's just that guy that's like sitting in there like, I'm gonna get my highlight reel, but like, how am I gonna get my highlight reel?
Yeah, he did. It just looked like he was getting his reads for like a round, like a
Yeah.
round and a half. So I mean that's fine. I mean spots like this are kind of like if you feel confident, right? It's like I feel confident in Carlos.
I do
Uh,
too. Are you waiting on the line? Because I just actually noticed Gary's now between minus 130, minus 140. Now Prates is back to like plus 115, plus 120.
where's he 120 at?
I bet US plus 118,
Oh, well, that doesn't count. But
plus 114 on Bet Online.
yeah,
Plus,
I have some 115, and I have some 150. I think I have 115.
I think line gets better probably because people are just going to all steam Gary line.
That'd be great.
I would love that. And then I'm obviously going to sprinkle Prates by KO just for the vibes.
Nah, save the point.
That's what I did with Ige this weekend.
Well, that's it's not gonna be the same price. It's gonna be like
Dude,
Carlos.
I got plus 480 on the Ige KO.
That's what it was. That was way
It wasn't
farther.
even an opener either.
Was that just an early line on that?
No, dude. Bet Rivers just gave that line out. It was there for a while. It closed plus 420.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't close that.
Yeah, I got it like a day and a half after it dropped. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna sprinkle this just because like we've seen Woodson hurt how many times.
I heard that Ige decision no bet was like a decent price too.
Yeah, it was minus 135.
Where the hell was that?
I don't know. I think that guy Art posted it on on
Oh
Twitter.
yeah, I don't get those lines then if it's like FanDuel or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's a DraftKings line.
Yeah, fucking, how are you not limited? I'm limited on like draft. I don't know how you're not limited on DraftKings.
Yeah.
If you're betting all those props, it's pretty impressive.
I don't bet big, like no unit shaming, but I don't really bet big units. So
Neither do I.
But yeah, all right, guys. That's the breakdown. We said we were gonna do it in 30 minutes. This is 30 minutes. I don't know,
Hey, really, we did that in 30 minutes.
33 minutes. Yeah,
Hell yeah, yeah. Because some of the fights you don't even need to. Not like we don't need to break them down, but you know, some other idiot on their YouTube channel this week is going. You're gonna listen to them if you listen to this, and they're gonna break down some of these fights already.
yeah,
Like if you
yep,
want our early, if you care about our early opinion on these fights and you care to listen, thanks for listening. But I'm not gonna tell you how tall somebody is. So you're gonna listen to it at some point
yep.
this. Like I
Oh yeah,
don't.
I'm gonna have to do this on I don't know, either Tuesday or Thursday with them and be like, go through age, height, reach, everything like this, what camp they're from, all the big details, and then I'm gonna tell you the same exact thing I just told you right here.
All the
Pretty
big
straightforward.
details. Like yeah, all the big details. Like
All the things that matter, the intangibles, as some would say.
intangibles.
The
Who says that?
intangible. Lucrative.
The intangibles.
The intangibles.
I didn't know that he said that. Bang.
Shout out lucrative. Yeah, bang. Dude, I saw he's doing his 1,000 challenge for like other sports.
What?
He's gonna turn 1,000 into 10,000 every day, giving a free bet through like different sports, shit like that.
So what if he loses on the first day though?
Good question. Lucrative. Comments below. Let us know. No free ads. It ends here.
No free promo.
Yeah. Other than that, you got anything about? Well, we could just recap 314. I guess just talk shit for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything you're impressed about?
No.
Patty kind of impressed me. Not gonna lie.
Nah, Chandler looked like ass.
Oh yeah, and then, yeah. I was there live. I watched them carry his dead body off like a lamb to slaughter. Like they just like when you know how like in the movies, like you see like a Jurassic Park, they throw the lamb into like the fucking raptor's pen, and then they just drag the corpse out. That's pretty much what it looked like.
Yeah, that's I don't necessarily know if I know Patty did look good. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but also it did look like a corpse if Michael Chandler was in there.
Dude, also after one round of wrestling, me and my boys are sitting there. We're like, "Yo,
He's
is
gassed.
Chandler tired? Is Chandler tired?"
Dude, he gassed from like 2 suplexes. Like,
Two suplexes, like, "Yo, that's the show. I'm out of here."
I'm out, dude. That's
So-
literally what happened. He threw like 2
Yo.
big hooks the entire fight, and then
I
that
will
was
say,
pretty
dude,
much it.
Gene Silva being there live is a star. You should have heard in this place like it was like almost like Lord of the Rings or like the fucking Bruce from like Gear 3, like Gears of War, and the whole crowd was barking when Bryce Mitchell was walking out. Everyone was barking. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like it. And I was just like, all right. And he just obviously kind of played with his food until he got the choke.
I'm kind of annoyed I didn't take any of the money line. I ended up taking the money line live at like minus 300.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like minus 189 close. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. But
And then
he was.
I was on Bryce Mitchell plus 300 just because I was like, how wrong could you be?
Very wrong. He was
very wrong.
He was minus 300 after round 1, dude. I was like, how is this minus 300? I'm like, he's literally going to beat his ass.
Because I feel like it was because Bryce Mitchell kind of did like he was actually looked like he was like kind of doing things on the feet and kind of making Gene think a little. And they're like, oh my God, he might actually do it. And then.
Yeah, he was competing, but I felt like he had like
losing, but competing.
Yeah.
So I think that
his margins to win that fight after watching round 1, I'm like, what's he gonna do? Like squeak out 2 and 3?
Yeah,
without getting dropped at one point. Like, nah.
I'm trying to think what else do we have?
Big Vern.
Oh yeah, I mean how many times are we gonna watch this girl Jan get saved by the bell or something like that?
Big Vern.
That round 1 sub was in. If she had 10 more seconds, it was probably over.
Big Vern.
Now what are we gonna get? Who's she gonna fight next?
Give her Wei Lee.
I mean, Wei Lee would walk her like a dog.
Nah.
Big Vern. It's gonna look like. Well, I mean, think about it. I think it's gonna look like round 3 for Vern. How would it look like when Jan was like kind of starting to like find a little bit of success? Because Vern was, I can't tell if she was tired or like, I don't know what the deal was, but
Big Vern was getting an armbar.
Yeah.
Vern.
Yep, Vern was another good one. Who else looked pretty good? I mean, obviously we talked about the Dom Reyes. I
had the Tulio under 1.5. I fucking hate this guy. Every single time I bet his unders, he never.
Yo, it's kind of crazy. I gave out by decision, which obviously that didn't hit either. But like I kind of saw that going over. But I was on Tulio.
I mean, Gore almost died like 3 times in round 1.
And I was like, yo, it's gonna happen. This guy won't die. It's gonna happen, and then
like
he died.
minus 150 for that over for sure. I do it again.
Yeah, it was fucking scary. Trying to think. How do we go? Is there a way?
That's like one of my favorite takes. It's like if your bet wins, it was a good bet, and I'm like, that is the dumbest shit you could ever.
Dude, all my boys in my fucking group chat. That's it. We got like a little gambling group chat. All my boys are the same way. They're like, I'm like, Reed. If I get a losing bet, I go, the Reed was there, and they're just like, nah, bro, the bet sucked, and I'm like, that's not how life works.
Yeah, that's literally what you do if you're not about it.
Yeah. Let's see. Chase Hooper, I mean,
GOAT.
leg lock specialist, gooning too hard.
Goat.
Julian Erosa. I mean, that was kind of just sad to see. They can't give Elkins another fight, right?
Nah, bro. Out the pasture.
Yo, how about the Lord Mikal,
Goat.
the fighting nerd, goat,
That was
the
really,
goat.
that was actually really free. I kind of overthought that fight.
Oh, I took the minus 170. That was their day on fight day.
Dude, I cannot believe I overthought that, dude.
I was waiting for that line. I was just like, it's gonna come to me eventually. If not, I was still gonna play the 200 on fight day, and then it was minus 170, and I was like, thank you. Mitch Raposo, get him the fuck out. He's boring as shit.
Get him out.
Get him out. Get him out. To the Tibetan Eagle.
Pretty mid. Also
mid. Also mid. So Yair Rodriguez versus Pitbull.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, I mean the fight to make is Chandler versus Pitbull.
They're not even in the same weight class.
Is it the other Pitbull that's 155 or no? I thought Patricio fought at 155 and 145.
I don't think Patricio is gonna fight at 155. Bro, Patricio needs to retire, my guy. That's what he really needs to do. Patricio.
Yeah, dude, he fought AJ McKee in Bellator. So yeah, he fights at 155 too. Yeah, that's the fight to make. Chandler, Pitbull. Let Pitbull get a nice win. Other than that, I really wasn't impressed. I'm kind of fucking sold on this guy Yair. I don't really not sold. I'm sorry, unsold. Like I don't even want anything to do with him. Let him fight Diego Lopez in Mexico. And then Volk, I mean, the Volk spot, I mean, y'all must have forgot. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, that was pretty clear, right?
Wait, what?
I'm talking about Volk versus Lopez. You almost have forgot. Volk was, I think that was an easy bet.
Nah.
Only time it was scary is when he decided to sit in the pocket.
You mean the 2 times he got dropped? Or
yeah.
Hurt badly?
Trying to sit in the pocket. Bro, he also had, after round 2, he's like, yo, I had one eye until the 5th round. And it's just like, Lopez is just a punching bag. And then, like, his mullet doesn't help with the judges that his hair flops back and forth every time he gets touched with a jab.
Yeah, I think Lopes was a side, honestly, at like 150.
Yeah, I don't know. Was he? He lost 4-1, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3-2 in my opinion, but
debatable 3-2, 4-1 on most judges.
Yeah, and Volk got like visibly like rocked badly or like bothered twice in the fight, and Lopes was like totally fine.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think there's more. I think there's just as much scope for like Lopes to look like a favorite there than just as much as there was Volk to look like favorite. Just on pure hardware. Like he didn't hit a takedown. Like he was supposed to have grappling upside, didn't hit a takedown.
No,
like it's just like a 60-40 striking fight where this guy can get clearly hurt in like both rounds. Like, did Volk really cover? Like, I heard some takes where people were like Volk minus 250 in a rerun, and I'm like, what? Like, what did
definitely not. Definitely not. Maybe like minus 150, minus 175.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's what I thought. I was like, I don't really minus 250 based on what? Because he landed his jab. Like he also
all he did. I mean, I kind of thought that's how the fight was honestly going to go. Was just Volk getting on his horse later and later on the fight and just doing his thing. Just because like Lopez is just so. That's just the type of fighter he is. Like once you don't get that early KO, and like I also did think that Lopes didn't fight how he normally fights because it was 5 rounds. Like he kind of was more reserved. Like if he put a lot of pressure on Volk, he probably would have found a finish at some point.
Yeah, I feel like Lopes giving up the first round in that fight was pretty much like, and like especially round 1 going the way it went, where he just like didn't have it. Looked like he didn't have any confidence early in the fight.
And you gave Volk his confidence in round 1, so it was
exactly.
Like you got vintage Volk because he got his confidence back.
Yeah, so I think that was. I mean, I think that's kind of what it is. It's like if Lopes comes out hot and like puts it on Volk a little bit, or just like deters him with his power, we might see like a different fight. But obviously, Lopes kind of gave up
pressure. He didn't pressure like he normally does. He wasn't like up against the cage, anything like that. The second they got against the cage, he just would let Volk just right back to the middle.
Yeah, he wasn't bombing on Volk in the clinch. We couldn't really find Volk because of the footwork, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think. I think folks have interesting. I have a different opinion. Everybody's got opinions about
Yeah.
that fight or whatever. But I thought Volk won clear 3-2. But I don't
Yeah,
think
do
it
you see he's
sucked.
minus 150 now against Mosfar?
Yeah, Mozart's gonna fuck his ass up.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, Mozart's gonna fuck his ass up.
I kind of like Volk there, bro.
No,
He doesn't have any power to worry about. He's not gonna knock him out.
I mean Mozart was outstriking Arnold Allen.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, Alan, like not too sold on him to be honest.
He's pretty good.
I don't know. But hey, all right, guys, 45 minutes. That's the show. We did it. Dog, it's the first time we've done this in a while. We haven't done this in a bit, but thanks for joining me, man. Guys, Beat the Line Broadcast, like, comment, subscribe. Dog Fathers in a Discord and on Twitter at MMA Guy or at what is it at MMA Guy 1 2 3 4 5 6, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Picks by Pegasus. Give us a follow. That's it. See you guys
Like
next
and
week.
subscribe.
Peace. Yep. Yo, like it. Yo, like, comment, subscribe.
Yo, like and subscribe.
Oh, you want to see what I got while I was down there too? Let me find this shit.
Well,
Oh, yo, I met
fighting nerves glasses now or something?
no, I met Hanato Moicano in person. He's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's like 6. What is he? 6
He's
foot?
big for 155, and like so, I got lunch one of the days, and like Cub Swanson and his wife were there, and they couldn't find a seat. So I was just like, "Yo, Cub," pointed the seat next to me because it was open. He came, sat down with me, we talked for a bit, whatever. Shook his hands when I was leaving. I was like, "Damn, small ass hands." And then I met Moicano that night, and this guy's got fucking bricks for hands, like bear paws. So I was like, okay, that's the difference. But yeah, here you go. It's signed by Moicano.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it's the pedal runs over at this point. So it's like, what's next?
Him versus Patty.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But all right, guys. Bye.